It's November 2023 and Jack and Matthew are escaping the English winter.
Where are we going, Matthew?
We're going to Spain on this plane here.
Yes, what, aren't you a scholar in the Spanish language?
Si, senor.
Si, senor. Okay, Dad and Matthew trip, and we kicked off 3:30 in the morning. Car, plane, bus, bullet train, taxi. Where do we end up, Matthew?
We ended up at the Hotel America in the Alhambra Palace on the grounds.
Looking very, very pretty. So what did we do on that first day? So we were pretty tired, weren't we?
We were pretty tired, but where did we go?
Hello, Matthew.
The big drain.
You don't expect a drain, do you? In a magnificent... How would you describe this building?
It's stupendous.
We went to the round building.
We went to the round building.
Where Christopher came from or something. King, and
big square building with a roundness inside. And apparently there should have been a dome, but we prefer it without the dome.
We prefer it without. And then we wandered down into town.
And came across the cathedral pretty quickly.
Who's buried there?
Fernando and Isabella are buried there.
Yeah, that was all pretty spectacular. We went in the cathedral itself, wasn't quite as good. And then we thought, well, we had a recommendation for food, so we went off cheese feast.
Cheese feast.
Meat feast, and that was good. And that was the end of the first day, really, wasn't it?
Bed by 9.
Bed exhausted. Next day, coffee and orange juice in the courtyard. Matthew, where are we?
We are in the grounds of the Alhambra Palace.
Yes, and I think this is kind of Granada below here. Then we went down to town. We went to the bottom of the hill. Did we turn left or did we turn right, Matthew?
Well, if we turned right, we would have ended up in the city. We turned left and went along the river.
It was fantastic. No cars.
Beautiful.
Had big chats and a lovely meal, meat meal again, I think.
Lots of meats this trip.
And then up. Why did we go up?
Well, we were looking for the miradors, which are the viewpoints around the city. Basically looking at where we are now from different points. And in fact, you can see the miradors from here.
And we found 3 of them.
Yes.
So that was very good. And the least known was the best. These kids are going to get in the way now. Little family here. So we found 3 miradors, 3 lots of views. What was the views of?
This place, the Alhambra, mostly.
It's all beautiful. The most popular one was too kind of touristy, but the one we found was just great. What a day. Look at that. This is from our favourite viewpoint. It's been absolutely fantastic. Sun going down. And who's this? Matthew Maddock Hansel. There he is. And we went down the hill and we found what did the bar sell?
The bar sold Le Chouf.
Le Chouf beer.
8% gnome beer.
Yes, it's 8% gnome beer. I made another beer. And then we went for a pizza. A bit cold having a pizza, but we were pretty happy.
Happy days.
And that was the end of the second day. Exhausted. I slept like a log. Matthew hardly slept at all. And then today was a big day. And what did we do, Matthew? Granada. That was the square castle. See the cathedral down there. Look at this. And then we see the church. We went to, there it is. Yes, there's a viewing point. Amazing.
Today last night I suppose, we secured tickets to the Alhambra Palace itself.
What do you think? And what do you think of the Alhambra Palace?
Quite remarkable.
Yes.
The best plaster work I've ever seen.
Yes, and Matthew was right. It's all been restored. It's all been restored. So we got that right. And we went through room after room. I might put some of my photographs from Gary in here as well.
Kings.
And we're in the gardens now, and it's beautiful, isn't it?
Generalife
Yes.
gardens.
And that's
and
cool.
They're beautiful bougainvilleas everywhere.
Get some food, then back to the hotel, taxi to the railway station, and then on to Cordoba. So that's the end of the first bit. Double thumbs up, please, Matthew. Yes, well done. Yeah. So off to Cordoba. Cordoba, very exciting. Caught the train there, and then got the bus over to our accommodation, and went to bed.
Yeah.
Next day, Matthew, what do we do?
The next day we woke up and we went up to the big tower of the Cordoba Cathedral. Looked over the whole city. Quite remarkable views. Great bell tower, which we both managed to hit our head on, actually.
Yes, and we also walked along the river, which was right over the bridges, and that was the big old oozy river.
Modern bridge and then Roman bridge with an Arabic water wheel. Yeah. Lots to see. Lots to see.
I think we went back over the bridge to the old Roman bridge to the fort. And there's a little museum there, which was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, pretty good.
It was.
And then in the afternoon, well, we were thinking about seeing the horses, but we went off to the garden, the Three Kings Garden. Here we are. We are in the gardens. and we're going to sit down and take it easy, because that's more like Alcatraz or something. It's not Alcatraz, it's something like Alcazar.
Beautiful, lots of lovely little fountains and water features and lilies and stuff. It was lovely.
You had to put a kind of word in for the weather because Matthew's nose was going nice and red. It was beautiful, beautiful weather. That was the we then kind of strolled home. Was that the burger? Was that burger?
That was burger night, yeah.
With beer and no burger, and then burger rice. So that was pretty good. But the next day, we repeated it, went back towards the mosque. What we do this time, Matthew?
This time we went into the mosque itself, not just up the tower.
So I took them all around the outside, showed them everything there was to see. What did you think?
I thought it was beautiful, lovely stuff. Well, nothing to see from the outside, really, not really, until you go inside and there's this amazing prayer hall full of great stripy pillars, double arched pillars.
We love that. Yeah.
Very, very lovely.
What else was in there?
Well, this was it, wasn't it? I thought we were about done with the mosque after seeing all the pillars.
Look at this, the mihrab of Cordoba, and in this case it's facing south, not traditionally towards Mecca. As you go up, you see more and more detail until you get to that magnificent ceiling. Just fantastic.
But then Dad announced that there was in fact an entire Catholic cathedral.
It was quite remarkable.
Inside the mosque, which was just astonishing to see.
Yes.
Very good.
So that was very
Quite
good.
the trick.
And then we kind of strolled home, various beers and what have you.
Lovely beers on the way
got
home.
some washing done. Had a nice meal of was that the Segovia suckling pig?
Suckling pig, yeah.
So what do you think of Cordoba overall?
It was very nice. It was beautiful. I thought the cathedral was the best part. I think just on sheer shock value that the Cordoba Cathedral was the one.
Well done. And then next morning off to Seville. You can see the Golden Tower in the background.
Here we are.
And we'll do another video in a few minutes. Bye bye. Bye bye. Right, we're going off to Seville on the train. We got a ticket, even though I got the wrong time. It was raining. We got there. We had some food. And where's the first big place we went to, Matthew?
We went to the Seville Cathedral, which is absolutely massive. Massive. Yeah, very beautiful, very ornate, but maybe too ornate for our Protestant English sensibilities.
We had a guilt about the guild. There was huge amounts of it. Biggest Gothic cathedral in the world. So we thought that was.
But the gardens were excellent.
The gardens were excellent.
We liked the gardens and the singing fountain. Maybe the most majestic thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
We loved it. It was only one man in the world could manage it. It was the Alcazar of the kind of kings. And after we'd seen about 35 tiled rooms, what do you think of the tiled rooms, Matthew?
They were very good, but they were not quite as good as Granada. I thought they were very beautiful, but they sort of stolen all the designs and smushed them together.
Yes.
They looked great, but it didn't have the same sort of cohesion.
Or Arabic wording.
Yes, missing some things. But very beautiful nonetheless.
Then the highlight of the day was walking down the river past the Golden Town. And we found a bar. Where's the bar, Matthew?
Where was the bar? It was looking over the river.
Yes.
It was beautiful. I got sunburnt on my nose.
Still sunburnt now. And then back to our Airbnb. It was okay. And what film did we watch?
We watched Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and it was surprisingly pretty good actually.
With half a ton of chocolate.
Milka, European chocolate.
I mean, that was day one in Seville. Day two. Highlight was
we met our friend Paulo.
We love Paulo.
Did a bike tour around Seville. It was amazing. 10 out of 10.
Seville, this is the biggest mushroom you've ever seen in your life. It's enormous. I don't know what it's made. It's made of wood. Made of wood. There we go. Just the two of us. Seville's got a surprising number of cycle paths, churches, and everybody knows Paulo.
Everyone knows Paulo. He's a cycle past and we're hey, blah, blah, blah. Everyone loves Paulo.
Yes.
Great Italian man, a great fan of Frank Zappa and anarchism.
He was an anarchist, so we love that. Oh, I love a video. What's this place called?
What's this place called?
Look at that. The Naboo from Star Wars. We love it. Stopped off, we went back to the market for lunch. which was okay. But we scrapped the boat trip in favour of
More pints with Paulo.
more pints for Paulo. Yes, but I think Matthew is now an anarchist, which is excellent. And yeah, we're pretty pooped at the end of a week, so we went off and watched another film, which was
The Batman.
Batman.
Yeah,
So
pretty
now,
good.
as you can tell from the announcements, we're at the airport. Seville, pretty good. Highlight.
Pretty good. The highlight was the bike tour for sure.
Highlight of the bike tour. So we come to another, and we're still friends after a whole week. Okay, say goodbye, Matthew.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.